sorry for what happened here, but he's life in prison.
12022.53D, this is to be concurrent.
On July 22, 2012, Spencer and two Hoover criminal rivals stormed a house party near USC, hosted by the Black Student Union with about 400 people in attendance. Spotting 4 people outside, Spencer opened fire, striking 22-year-old Andres Nunez in the neck, 20-year-old Daniel Sanchez in the head, 20-year-old Christian Aguilar in the leg, and 19-year-old Julio Herrera in the shoulder. Neither the victims nor Spencer were USC students, but the chaos left the entire neighborhood terrified. Spencer fled, but witnesses Myson Downs, Thomas Ritchie, and Devontae Smith, along with a ballistics expert, traced the weapon back to him. Los Angeles police arrested Spencer weeks later, linking him through gang intelligence and the gun's serial number. While in custody, he bragged to a fellow inmate about the shooting, claiming it was gang-related. Charged with 4 counts of attempted murder, he faced life in prison yet remained confident, believing youth and gang rules would shield him.
Four people have been injured in a shooting that happened last night at a Halloween party on the campus of the University of Southern California in Los Angeles. Police have now caught one person who's believed to be the shooter. These were the scenes filmed by a local TV news crew as hundreds of frightened revelers spilled out onto Hollywood Boulevard after hearing gunshots. Eyewitnesses saying they heard 4 shots go off in quick succession. One person said they saw a man limping and screaming to his friends to help him after he'd been shot in the leg. Police shut down the campus and blocked off surrounding roads for a short time just after the incident, which happened at around 11:30. There's still no news yet on what prompted the gunman to fire shots inside the party, other than there may have been a dispute.
In 2013, Spencer's trial began at Los Angeles County Superior Court. Prosecutors laid out the case in detail, backed by testimony from the survivors who endured the terror. Spencer's defense argued mistaken identity, claiming he was not the shooter and that the case was rushed to appease USC and its donors. His father, James Spencer, alleged racial bias, saying his son was a licensed security guard training as an EMT at UCLA, not a gang member. Prosecutors countered with tweets from Spencer's phone linking him to Hoover gang members and DNA tying him to a red shirt, though no fingerprints were found on the weapon. 3 witnesses identified Spencer as the shooter, but the defense highlighted inconsistencies in their accounts. To this day, Spencer denies being the shooter, insisting he removed the red shirt to avoid gang colors during the gunfight. The jury deliberated for days, weighing his youth against the brutality of his actions.
It's a little alarming, just because it's so close to you.
My first reaction was this figures, because we were here late last night. There was not the normal crowd on campus.
A handgun was recovered nearby. Unfortunately, some bystanders, 3 of them, were also wounded during the gunfire that was sent out.
I actually usually feel very safe. There's lots of cops, lots of patrol, lots of safety, like ways to get around that are safe.
Before sentencing, Spencer took the stand to deliver an emotional plea. He claimed he was a good person who had made mistakes but was not a gang member, begging for mercy.
I'm sorry for what happened here, but he's life in prison. No. Not a bad person, but I made mistakes. But I'm not just some gangbanger that she tried to portray me as.
His words rang hollow to the survivors who remembered only the horror he caused. On April 18, 2014, Judge Mark S. Arnold prepared to sentence Spencer. As survivors spoke of their scars, Spencer sat confidently, nodding to supporters. When the judge handed down 40 years to life, Spencer's world collapsed. He slammed his head on the table twice, sobbing uncontrollably, screaming as deputies restrained him. The courtroom froze, a viral moment that stunned millions.
3, a conviction of Penal Code Section 664-187, attempted, willful, deliberate, and premeditated murder. Defendant is sentenced to an indeterminate life term. The minimum period of parole eligibility is 15 years plus 25 years to life in accordance with Penal Code Section 12022.53D. This is to be concurrent with the term. As to count 4.
Spencer's breakdown could not erase his crime. Don't let justice fade. Subscribe to keep these stories alive. 4 survivors, all in their early 20s, now live with lifelong scars, paralysis, PTSD, and fear. Andres Nunez, struck in the neck, said, "I lost my future that night." Spencer's gang ties helped spark an anti-violence movement in LA. Now through one, Spencer is held at Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility, eligible for parole in 2052. His campaign for freedom, #FreeBrandonSpencer, claims wrongful conviction based on recanted witness IDs, but no appeal has succeeded as of 2025. His father's claims of racial bias and the defense's reasonable doubt arguments continue to divide public opinion.
A man convicted of a violent crime here on campus got his long sentence today, and he did break down. But do students here on campus feel any safer now? 21-year-old Brandon Spencer of Inglewood bangs his head as a judge sentences him to 40 years to life after he was convicted of shooting a rival gang member at a 2012 Halloween party on the USC campus. The violence just 6 months after 2 Chinese students were murdered in an apparent robbery just off campus. Since then, USC security has been beefed up.
Parole eligibility is 15 years plus 25 years to life in accordance with Penal Code Section 12022.53D. This is to be concurrent with the term.
Now, with more security, the students feel safer.
I definitely do feel safe, especially since after 9 p.m. you have to show your ID and everything.
And I wasn't here to witness the shooting come just a freshman, but I don't know, I've never felt unsafe here.
I feel very safe. I've actually been here on campus. This is my 34th year.
And neither Brandon Spencer nor any of the 4 men that he shot were students here, but the crime brought forth strong demands for more security here.
Brandon Spencer thought confidence and denial would outlast justice. But a mass shooting and a judge's gavel brought him down. From USC party crasher to inmate, his story leaves us divided. Was he a misguided young man or truly malicious? What burns in your soul? Spencer's ruthless shooting, his family's outrage in court, or his mental collapse? Share your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe for more gripping true crime, and click the next video. See you there.